You are listening to the ADHD Support Talk Radio podcast. ADHD Support Talk Radio is sponsored by ADDclasses.com. Sign up now for a free webinar by going to www.addclasses.com. This is your co-host, Tara McGillicuddy, and I am back today with a new ADHD Support Talk Radio podcast episode. And today I am talking to you about self-awareness and self-care. And when you have ADD or ADHD, these two go hand in hand. And I know there's a lot of talk out there about self-care, whether it's for ADHD or in general. But when you have ADHD, self-awareness is key to practicing proper, effective self-care. And as I'm recording this, it's November, about a week or so before Thanksgiving. And this is the time of year where a lot of people, not just people with ADHD, but just people in general, start getting sick with bugs and flus and viruses and colds and all that. And when you have ADHD, sometimes, I don't know if we're more prone to getting sick with colds and viruses and flus, or if it's just sometimes we're not mindful enough, or we're not paying enough attention, we're not self-aware enough to pay attention and register some of the signs that, we might be getting a cold, we may be getting sick. So, any time of year this is important, but especially now with the stress of the holidays coming up, the change in seasons, the lack of daylight, and all that. It's really important to focus on self-awareness so you can practice proper self-care. And I have to admit, I fell into this trap. I've been in bed on and off the past couple of weeks with what I thought was a bit of a minor stomach bug. And it had been bothering me for, I'd say, a couple weeks, but the little gurgling in my stomach and stuff like that. I'm like, I really didn't pay as much attention to it, and I wasn't as mindful of the signs my body was telling me, so I'm okay. But like I said, I've spent the last couple of weeks kind of in bed sick and drained energy and not as well as I could have been. And this is something that's very common for those of us with ADHD. And when we have ADHD, we're more likely to be stressed or overwhelmed because of all the ADHD-related things going on and the way our brain works and the environments that we're in and all that. So, like I said before, I don't know if it's necessarily we're more prone to getting sick because we have ADHD, but there is a link because of the stress. Because, like I said before, we may not be as mindful, we may not be as self-aware as we could be. So this is the time of year to kind of slow down, take a few deep breaths, and pay attention to your body, to your energy levels. Do you have a scratchy throat? And if you have a scratchy throat, what are you doing about it? Are you adding more vitamin C? Are you going to a doctor? Are you getting a little bit extra sleep? Are you making sure you're washing your hands and doing all the proper physical self-care things that you need to do? Or are you just, getting a little scratchy in the throat and the next thing you're going on to the project you have, to whatever the big thing is in your family that's getting your attention. Not to say that these other things aren't important, but when you slow down, become self-aware and pay attention and become mindful of your body, your energy, of what your body might be telling you, your energy levels. Are you tired? You'll be in a better frame of mind, a better shape. You'll be healthier enough to deal with those other things. And I know when we have ADHD or ADD, it just becomes, I don't know if natural is the right word, but by default, we just move on to the next big fire, whatever stimulates or grabs our attention. So, like I said before, it's really important to pay attention, be self-aware of changes that you're in your body, in your energy level. And then from there, you decide what's best for you to do about it. I'm not a medical professional. I'm not going to tell you you have to go to a doctor to take this supplement or eat this or do that. But like I've talked about before, the self-care is important. So if you're feeling a little tired or drained or you have this with it, maybe this is the time to really think about, okay, how is my sleep? Could I get a little bit of extra sleep? In all those self-care things. So how do you pay attention to your body? It sounds easier. It's easier said than done. But for some of us, just slowing down, taking a few deep breaths, maybe keeping a journal or a log of how you feel. And I know I hate hearing, oh, journal, write stuff down, do this, do that. But as someone who's resistant to some of this a lot of the time, I got to tell you, it's very helpful. So maybe in the morning, before you go to work or whatever your daily routine is, just stop, take a few deep breaths in and out, pay attention to how you feel. How's your throat? How's your stomach? How's your head? How's your energy level? And maybe rate it on a scale of 1 to 10 or whatever, maybe just jot down a couple words, but record it somewhere, either in writing or if you're one of those people that prefers to talk, record it in a voice recorder. But this will become helpful. So pay attention, practice the mindfulness. What does your body feel like? What is your body telling you? Is your energy different today? And I'm recording this in the evening, as opposed to what was your energy level like a week ago at this time. So, this just wanted to do a bit of a quick episode and kind of get you into that mindset or bring it to your attention that it's very important to practice self-care and self-awareness this time of year. And as I said before, I'm recording this in November, right before Thanksgiving, but I know people find these podcast episodes all the time. And while it's probably extra important or essential because of the stress of the holidays and the changes in the seasons and light and all that, if you come across this at any other time, it's just as important any other time to focus on the self-awareness, the self-care, and paying attention. And if something's different in your body, in your energy level, even in your emotional level, pay attention to that. Be mindful of it. Write it down and then decide from there what's the best approach for you to take action on this. Whether it's talking to a doctor, making an appointment with a doctor, upping your self-care regimen, getting better vitamins, making sure you're drinking enough water, that you're getting enough sleep, and all that, and exercise, and the countless other things we can all be doing and upping on a daily or regular time frame. All right. Thank you so much for taking time to listen to this Support Talk Radio podcast. And my name is Tara McGillicuddy, and ADHD Support Talk Radio is sponsored by ADDclasses.com. Be sure to go to ADDclasses.com and sign up now for a free webinar. Thanks again for listening.